We are doing more work today with addition. You will need to be on page 357, to follow along with this lesson. All right, this is our problem-solving lesson where we take a look at a problem and figure out a way to solve it using math. So today we're going to solve problems using addition. And that question is going to be that we're going to answer is, how many are there in all? That's the question we have to keep answering. And on this first page, it's pretty easy because you see that we are supposed to be figuring out how many knights there are in all. These knights that are guarding the castle. How many knights? Well, they've shown us that we can use counters, that we could draw pictures. So we'll just go ahead and we'll trace those to figure out how to solve the problem. Some of you won't need to do that. And I don't think that it's all that important that you do that unless you're really struggling with addition. So the first, there is one knight on that side of the doorway, plus there is one knight on the other side of the doorway, and that equals how many knights in all? 2, of course. I bet some of you were like, this is too easy. You're right, that one was super easy. The next couple are a little harder. All right, now we're trying to figure out the same question. How many are there in all? How many are there in all? So in this one, I'm going to go grab my pen here before I forget. In the first group of astronauts, there are two. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, and I'm going to trace that number 2. Then I'm going to trace the plus sign because I'm going to add 1 astronaut over here. So, and then I'll trace my number 1. And then that equals, how many are there in all? There are 1, 2, 3 in all. 1, 2, 3. 3 in all. 3 astronauts all together. Pretty easy. All right, let's try another one. This is a little trickier. All right, we've got snowboarders and skiers coming down that hill. Now, first we have to figure out how many snowboarders there are. How many snowboarders are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 snowboarders. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll trace that number 5. Don't forget, at any time that you need me to slow down or you need to get caught up, all you have to do is pause the video and then restart it after you're ready. All right. Now, how many skiers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you notice that I put my dots, like the shape of the dots, on a die? I think it's easier for me to visualize when I do that. So now I've got 5 snowboarders plus 4 skiers. And my question, of course, is, how many are there in all? Well, there's 5. I can count on now. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is the answer that I get. And if you don't believe me or you want to check your answer, you can go back up here and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 in all. Let's go ahead and turn the page to page 360. Page 360. And now we are adding scuba divers to find out how many there are in all. So in this first group, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you remember what a dice looks like when it has 6 dots on it? Do you remember? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll go ahead and write that number 6 down here on the line and trace my plus sign. How many scuba divers are in that second group? How many are in the second group? 2, right? So 1, 2. I'll go ahead and write my number 2 and trace my equal sign, right? How many are there in all? So we have 6, 7, 8. When you count them by 2s, sometimes I count quickly 2 numbers. 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 in all. And if you want to go back and check to make sure you're right, you can always count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in all. Now, today, you'll be doing page 361, looks just like our very first example, and page 362, you get to add Dalmatian dogs at the firehouse. All right, So 361 and 362 is your assignment today. And when you're finished, you can upload that work to Schoology.